Of course, of course, of course. So I am not here to make a long speech. What you are doing, and to hear what you have to say, and to share some ideas about how to solve some of the problems we face. You see, today I sit in many conferences all over the world, in the United Nations, in big conferences and in overseas, and we're always meeting there and we are talking as intellectuals. And sometimes I get so tired of listening to those conversations because I don't see the voices of the people on the ground who are poor, who are marginalized, who are excluded. Is that it wasn't organizers like me who were going to solve your problem. I could help you and help to give skills to help you organize yourselves. But you have to fight your struggle. So what stops us today from having the democracy, the freedom we fought so long for? And we've forgotten that we defeated the most powerful enemy that brutalized our people. And that's what we want to do. Our fight is not to go and sit in the office of power. Activism is about saying whoever is in power must know that they were put in power through our vote. And that what we expect them to do is serve us, the people who have put them in power, rather than themselves. We demobilized our people. And we said, no, government will deliver your houses, government will deliver your jobs, water, electricity. And yes, government has delivered some of these things. But it hasn't delivered everything that we really want to. And some of the reasons why it hasn't delivered is not because it can't, but because of issues like corruption. And I know every time we have an election, man, there is nothing happening in local government for 1 year. Because there's a big fight. Who is going to be the councillor? Who is going to be the mayor? And then the fight takes place, and many times it's not the same people that come back. And one of the first things that they do when the mayor is in place, you know what he does? He fires the manager. He fires the head of procurement because he wants his people to be there. Because it's now our turn to eat. There are some good people in government. Even where they want to deliver, there are so many roadblocks that are in their way. And the only way we can deliver is if people are strongly organized and say, we demand to know what happened with that money. That's what we've got to learn. And so that we have more information, we can be able to make sure that leaders are accountable. But I go to the slums of Nairobi. There are millions of people that live in the slums. But these people are poor. Most of them don't have jobs. It's piecework. But the women amongst them, you know what they decided? We want to change our life. Each one of them used to contribute 50 cents a day. Somehow they will find work somewhere, but they'll put their 50 cents into this savings organization. You know, after 3 years, they collected 9 million rand. They bought their own land, 23 acres. Now they're going to build their house. They are going to build their house, room by room by room. They don't expect government to help them. They know that they will have to change their lives so that their children will live a better life. Now,
by 2011, this money is keep on going. Even this year, they are saying that the parents will donate 150. If you don't pay as a parent, your kid, they can't give her for him
The classes.
report.
Okay.
So that school was built in 1986 by the community. It was 6 classrooms, and then after that they went to the government asking for donation, and then the government took over and promised to build more classrooms. And since then, they have sent SDB members to the second district and also even the province. Until today, they were promised that they will be given their classrooms, but even today there's nothing. So the teachers and principal are using one classroom. This classroom, it was supposed to be used by learners, but now it is used as a staff room, as a storeroom for textbook and other electrical equipment, and also even other stationery. It's also using as it's an office of HOD. Thanks. She's saying that in Kapani Hospital, it's situated in Greater Letaba, municipality under Mopani. So there is a lot of challenges around that hospital. People who are taking treatment, ARVs, some are still sharing 3TC and TDF, which indicate that there is a shortage of treatment around that hospital. Meanwhile, yesterday she was in Joburg in one of the meetings where Farid, Sanak CEO, was there. So he indicated that there were 20 billion, so which was allocated to Limpopo, the Department of Health. So, but now we are still running short of treatment. Meanwhile, there is a 20 billion. So where is that money? Okay. And again, in one of the schools around Kapani, learners are attending their classrooms under it's a sort of a shack, but doesn't have walls. It's only the roof, nothing. And now June is coming, winter is coming. So during winter, it means they are attending their classes in under bad condition.
Greater Giyani is having 92 villages issue water. Last year for municipality, we have been told that the dams that we are using, which is called Samwisi Dam and Letaba, which is the Grafir, it's under 5% or under what percent, but it was very low. We've been told by municipalities. But the water should come to people, to communities now. And even today we have answered. The water is not coming. When we asked this question that there's a problem about water and whatever that we want, we've been told about Nandoni Dam. And when we look at Nandoni Dam again, the people who are surrounding Nandoni, they don't have water as well. So how can reach us here in Giyani, under 92 villages?
Like the chairperson has alluded, we have as the organization, as TAC, sent the memorandum to Kapani Hospital that Doreen spoke about way back in 2011 November, and during the year 2012, our rule was to make follow-ups on the memorandum that was sent to the hospital. We only received the response late December. From November 2011, we received the response on December 2012.
I don't have all the solutions. Yeah. We don't all have the solutions here. Yeah. We have to find it together. And all I can say is, what is my experience? We go buy a packet of cigarettes, we go buy beer, instead of putting the money in education. So I am also of this view that as South Africans, we cannot expect everything to be done for us. We have to do something for ourselves. It's a very important starting point there, because if I go back in our struggle, that's how we started. There was no one there waiting to do something else. Now, if we are properly organized, we should know in this school that you were talking about here, in every school, we should know what the budget is in that school.